YouTube, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. Excuse me while I do my usual checks, make sure we are actually live. I've been struggling a bit lately with the old going live on YouTube. So bear with, just gonna make sure we are actually live. I don't mind talking to myself, but I've really, a couple of times I've been thinking I'm live and I'm not actually live. Oh, we might be live 1 second. I don't mind talking to myself. Right, we are live. Please do not say fuck or bugger. Okay, so slight change of my usual plan. Is the camera too high? Fine, perfect. Yeah, that's perfect, that is. Yeah, normally I do my what I've been playing, what I've been watching, what I've been reading video, and add the channel I'm shouting out or footage and stuff like that. But this week I've been at work, so working overtime. So I'm doing 12 days in a row. So pray for Tony. I work in a gym. And because it's so expensive, the membership, apparently customers kick off if you're not open every single day. I think the only day we close is Christmas Day. So they don't care about people with families. You should open for us kind of attitude. So I haven't got time basically to do a video, do my little bit of editing, then upload it. I thought to keep the streak going, because this is episode 76. I think I've only ever missed 1 week since I started this series. So I just wanted to keep it going, if that makes any sense, okay? Yes, so where are we? I haven't actually played a lot this week. I haven't watched much either. But I've read a little bit, okay? I've just been a little bit ill, feeling run down, and a bit depressed because my knee is still bad, so it messes with the old mind, you know? Anyway, what have I been playing? I'm a grown-up now, see? So I think I've started my second playthrough of Mass Effect 1. Oh, 1 sec. We've got someone coming to say hello. Hello! We're in a different chair today. Up. We're live. Up. Look what we got. We've got a little dog. Okay? We got 2 dogs. I'm babysitting my mum's dog, Max. You've been naughty. No, you're good now. They don't like that word, see? The N-word. Can't say the N-word around the dogs. Naughty. No, you're good. Stop it now. Say how good you are. He was scratching himself so much, right? He's got to wear this, like, my mum's dog now. He's got to wear, like, pajamas, we call them, when he goes to bed. But he was scratching away when we getting ready for it. I give him both a brush. I got a nice routine in him, a dog dad. And I looked at him, I said, stop scratching. He doesn't listen. He listens now. I smack my hands really loud again. I won't do it because they don't like it. Like, they don't like the loud noise. And I looked, and he had blood all his arm. His front leg was front arm. I think I haven't got arms, are they? His front leg was red with blood. He'd scratched so much. He's got to go to the vet, but it's like a side effect of the medication. It's not his fault, but I'm looking after him, and he's wrecking himself, kind of thing. Right, cut you down, Rossi. Come here. Good boy. I'll edit that out. Good. It's not like we're live or anything, you know. Anyway, where were we? Yes. So, because I'm a grown-up, I think it's time to get back into the Mass Effect games. I've definitely done the first 2. I've got a feeling I have played the 3rd one as well. But I remember there was a big hype around Mass Effect, wasn't there? And all the magazines, it was on the cover of all the magazines. Because it's made by BioWare, and they made the Knights of the Old Republic games, and I was a big fan of them. They were the first RPGs I ever played, you know. And I thought, oh, wow, okay, so it's going to be its own thing. So I thought, great. But I skipped all the cutscenes. I had no idea what was going on. But thanks to YouTube, there's quite a few quite a load actually of really high quality documentaries about Mass Effect, and they all say how good Mass Effect 1 story is. And I'm only a couple of hours in, and I'm hooked. Straight away. Gameplay's a little bit clunky. It looks spectacular. Obviously, they've remastered it or upscaled the graphics, I want to say. But what a beautiful worlds, I should say, this game is. Or has, rather. But the gameplay, the shooting's a tiny bit on the clunky side. Some of the buttons, you can tell you're playing an Xbox 360 or a PS3 generation kind of game, you know. But yeah, I'm having a ton of fun with it so far, you know. Yeah, so I'm playing a bit of that. I'm not streaming it. Bit of me thought, I'll stream it as well. But what I've learned since I have been a YouTuber for 2 years, almost just over 2 years. I'll get to that anyway. But one of the things I've learned from playing games live streaming is some people, they don't mean it harsh, or it's hard to explain. Unless you've done it and experienced it, you might not know what I'm talking about. But some people, I think, like to play a game by watching YouTube. They might have played it tons of times, and they tried to play the game through you. I'm not going to name names, but I was playing a game, let's say, and it was, no, go this way, you've missed this. And I'm reading the comments, and I'm like, oh, I'm trying to, like, not be rude, but like, make this person's watch enjoyable. But at the end of the day, I'm not having fun then. So it's kind of one of those games where, I want to experience it. It's almost like experiencing the story first time. So this is just like Street Fighter 6, for example. I like to play Street Fighter 6 offline. It's got that because it's such a special game to me. I don't want anyone in the chat criticizing or saying, oh, you shouldn't have done that, you should have done that. Does that make any sense? If you've streamed, it might make sense. But if you've never streamed on YouTube, like another thing as well, it's a lot harder to play a video game whilst talk at the same time, especially fighting games, believe it or not. I tend to concentrate and try to read the comments in between rounds. You can't do both, or I can't do both. It's a lot harder than it actually looks. So what have I been streaming? What day was it? I think it might have been Thursday or one evening. I just thought, I'm in the mood to play Grand Theft Auto 5 again. I think this is my 8th time playing story mode. So I kind of know my way around this game, okay? The only difference this time is it's going to be my first time playing it sober. Because I've had issues, let's say, with alcohol. And there's been loads of times where I've played it and I can't remember. When I go to play it the next evening after work, I can't remember, I didn't know I'd done that because I was so drunk. Like, I used to drink, not every night, but up to 2 bottles of wine. On a quiet night, it'd be at least a bottle and a couple of cans. So it'd mess with your memory, you know. But I think we've done 2 streams so far of it, and it's so much fun. What an amazing game. Everybody's heard of this game. Everybody's played it. Everybody and the Gran has played this game, okay? But I really am enjoying it, just dipping in and out of it. Yeah, so I've been playing some Grand Theft Auto 5. Have you heard of it? And believe it or not, right, that's all I've played. I really had to think. I think last Sunday I started playing Mass Effect. Didn't take that long to install. And I think once you finish one of the Mass Effects, or you can uninstall them individually, I think, kind of like Mortal Kombat 11, where you can uninstall certain characters to free up space on the hard drive. So that's a really good idea if they've done that with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Because once you finish Mass Effect 1, you're not going to want to be hanging on to Mass Effect 1 whilst you only play through Mass Effect 2, if that makes any sense, okay? I haven't played, this is rare, any fighting games. I don't think I have. No, I think the last time I played Grand Blue was when I was listening to the radio with the football was on. Yeah, it's very rare, that is. But I've just been, again, I haven't been myself. I've been feeling a bit sorry for myself because my knee is bad, and it's really bad. It's throbbing. I'm struggling to take the dogs for walks, you know. We've been today, thank God. But I'm terrible when I'm injured, you know. Still swimming, though. Still get my laps in, you know. So that's all I've actually been playing, okay? What have I been watching? I watched one movie last week. I really did enjoy this, okay? Godzilla versus Biollante. It's the first time I've ever watched it. I kind of knew the story, but this is my latest pickup. The last thing I ever picked up, because, again, this is my little rant, okay? So the government put the price up, but I'm not talking about that. So everything goes up in price, isn't it? Inflation, okay? So then your wage goes up April 1st because everything's going more expensive, right? But then your council tax is going up, for example. Every single bill I pay, I might have a nasty surprise in my mortgage as well. So everything's going up in price. But then, so your wage goes up, but then I get paid the 6th working day of every month. But then all my bills are going up from the 1st. So tomorrow, but it's bank holiday, so either tomorrow or Tuesday. I know I'm going off topic. Tomorrow or Tuesday, all my extra bills are going up in price. A couple of quid here, a couple of quid there. But then I won't see the benefit of my wage going up for over a month away. So I'm a bit worried because I'm trying to save money. That's why I've done overtime this weekend. You know, I've earned a good bit of money though the last 2 days. You know, it's time and a half basically every hour. So I'm a bit worried, and I do get that in the next payday because it's the last day of the month today, isn't it? As of recording this video. So yeah, that's my little rant on that. Sort it out, government. Or shall I go into Parliament and sort them all out? Anyway, getting back to this. What a great movie. First thing I noticed, Godzilla looks amazing. And it's a sequel to Godzilla 1985. Where, I didn't spoiler, he doesn't actually die in the volcano. He falls into a volcano. But because it's Godzilla, he's indestructible or whatever. He's trapped in the volcano. And this Biollante it's a couple of stories going on. But it's like, it's wild. It's this woman that works at plants, right? It's hard to explain, but it's so out there, but clever. This woman's like obsessed with working with plants, but part of her is in this plant because if something goes wrong and there's kind of an explosion, and this man fuses Godzilla's DNA. So from the wreckage of Godzilla 1985, these scientists like get a bit of Godzilla's skin, and that's how they get his DNA. So they fuse it all together, and that's how Biollante is born, kind of thing. So he's part Godzilla, but a small part of Biollante is this bloke's ex-wife, kind of thing. This scientist's ex-wife. But it's really clever. What again? These movies are ahead of their time. I think this is 1989, and it's the scientists are coming up with they're trying to create a bacteria that will eat and eliminate all like radiation. So because Godzilla thrives on the radiation, that's what he eats, or that's what he needs to survive. They're creating something to counter that kind of thing, and then this scientist, without going into it too much, that's how something goes wrong. There's terrorists in it as well. That's how Godzilla. They don't release Godzilla to fight Biollante. Godzilla that's its side story, okay? So that's interesting how Godzilla gets out to the volcano. But what a great movie. They're all great, the Godzillas. But I much prefer the tone of these ones compared to like some of the 60s and 70s Godzillas that's on that collection there. They're made for kids, aren't they? These movies are not made for kids, you know. I don't know what age. It's either an 18 or at least a 12, you know, 12, 15 to watch that movie, okay? That's all I've watched. I haven't watched anything. I think on Netflix, Top Gun Maverick. I've got it on Blu-ray, but I started watching that, I think, last night. But again, the clocks have changed as well. Oh, fuck my life. I know my life is so hard, isn't it? I'm the only person it affects. So we lose an hour. But it's hard. It's hard, man. I get up. My alarm goes off at 4:30 every morning. So tomorrow now, or this morning, it's like getting up at 3:30. It's hard. Pray, hashtag pray for Tony. I know it's hard. My life is so hard. Yes, I watched a little bit of Top Gun. But I have been sleeping well. I will say that. That's the only good thing. Every negative, there's a positive. You got to find the positives. So I haven't watched any movies other than Top Gun Maverick, but just the start of it, really, where he's been shipped off. He's about to get fired or discharged, honorary discharge, whatever they call it. And Val Kilmer's character's pulled rank. He's worked his way up pretty high, you know. Yeah, what a great movie, Top Gun Maverick. It's a feel-good movie, isn't it, Top Gun Maverick? I haven't watched anything on Prime. I think that's Netflix, Top Gun Maverick. Nothing to report anyway, other than my usual Star Wars I watch all the time. Or Aliens I watch all the time. It's my go-to before bed, okay? So... what have I been watching? I've been a YouTuber now, or had a YouTube channel. I don't like that phrase. I'm not a YouTuber. I've got a channel. It was the 26th of March, 2 years ago. So I've been going for 2 years, do you know what I mean? And I really, really got zero regrets, okay? I will say it's not for everyone. I've been wanting to set up a YouTube channel for probably about 4 years, if I'm honest. I got into retro game collecting again. It's probably inspired by YouTube. But I just love talking about video games. I went the Instagram route. No, actually, rewind even further. I used to post a lot on my Facebook. That's how it started, right? And like video games and footage and stuff. And then people that didn't like or didn't understand video games were really negative towards it, so I didn't appreciate it and stuff like that. So I thought, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll create a Facebook group, and it's called Movies, Games and Pickups, inspired by movies, games and videos. Remember that show in the UK? That was the idea I wanted, okay? So it's my group, a small little Facebook group. Anyone wants to join it, send a request. I accept everyone. Anyone being toxic, you're out of there. I don't post on it as much, because I used to do, like, it basically was my little place where I would geek out. We've only got about 140, 150 people in there. But it's just like now and again I'll mainly post memes now, if I'm being honest. But it used to be like top three Thursdays, watch top 3 first-person shooters on the Xbox and stuff like that, and people would comment. But then all of a sudden then, I was putting quite a bit of work into it, and people weren't buying into it, so I just took a step back. But the group's still there, okay? So then I went the Instagram route, where I was mainly posting fighting game artwork, and that did really well, like 20-odd thousand. So it's same as my YouTube channel. I think I know what my channel's called, Tony Fighter 2 Turbo. So check that out. Come follow me on there if you like. But it's mainly just artwork and stuff like that. So that wasn't enough. So I wanted to talk to someone and really geek out about my passion, video games mainly, movies, stuff like that, you know, what I've been watching. So what have I been playing, watching, reading? Yes, it's perfect for me. It's just as good to have people that watch it. It's kind of just as much for me as it is for you guys. Okay. Oh, I got a comment. Angry Moose. Hey, Angry Moose. Hello there. Merry Easter and a happy YouTube anniversary. Thank you, Ed. Thank you. Can't believe it's been 2 years. Yes, exactly. And then I was like, I'm going through a lot with stuff. So I was buying a house, and like just before I bought my house, I'm not ashamed to say, I moved back home with my mum, to save money basically. So I was paying her lodge or whatever, but I was saving good money every single week. I had a job paying weekly. I was really strict. I was still gaming and game collecting and stuff, building the collection. But my priority was to save up for a nice massive deposit, so I could buy a house on my own. And I didn't feel comfortable talking like I am now, knowing my mother was downstairs or in the room next. I don't want to be disturbing her. I'm in someone else's house. It wasn't my house. And when I was looking at houses, when I wanted to buy this house, for example, the woman showed me round. She said, oh, this is the master bedroom. And I said, oh, this will be the games room. And she started laughing. I said, no, this will be the games room. Like, this is the master bedroom in my house, you know. And the plan was always to have a YouTube channel. I'm not about subscribers and stuff like that. I have learnt a lot. Maybe I'll do another video on things I've learnt. Like, it's quite interesting when you start looking down the rabbit hole of YouTube. Oh, what's it called? The analytics and stuff of the YouTube. Is it YouTube Studio? I can't remember what it's called. I'm rubbish at this, but like this, for example, right? Shorts. If anyone is wanting to grow their channel, because there's a way you can look on per video how many subscribers you've gained per video. And one of my videos, my shorts, which is a really low effort, it's a Mortal Kombat video for something like 15-second video clip, okay? And it's like Noob Saibot fatality, okay? And it's like, what's your favorite fatality? It had over 100,000 views. And from that one short that took me 15 seconds to record and post, I had something like 400, nearly 500 subscribers just from that. So if anyone wants to grow a channel, my advice is shorts. Do shorts. I love doing shorts. Sometimes I'm in the mood to do Mortal Kombat ones. Sometimes, like now, I'm in the mood to do show off my dogs because I got Max and Rossi staying with me. But yeah, maybe I'll do a video if anyone's new to YouTube. The other thing as well, when I say it's not for everyone, is there are, let's put it bluntly, there's arseholes out there, okay? You'd be naive to think you can have a YouTube channel and you can't please everyone. Everybody knows that by now, don't they? You can't please everyone. I've had people, like the weird thing is, right, I've had quite a lot of comments, like I'm a bad dog owner, or I'm a slob kind of thing. When I'm in front of the camera, this isn't just my life. I've got a life outside. Yes, I do exercising. Like one person, we had a back and forth. I've subscribed to his channel. I'm the only subscriber. And we went a back and forth. He said, oh, your life sucks, something, blah, blah, blah. You need to get out more. You need to pursue a woman. And so I was like, why do I need to pursue a woman? His values are very different to my values. I've done all that. I've been engaged. And no thank you. Do you know what I mean? I'm not about that. But like some people can't get their small pea brains around the fact that other people might want different things out of life. With the dog, I've had negative comments where Rossi gets so excited, right? He's done it since he was a puppy, okay? And when he was a tiny puppy, when you bring him his bowl for food, he spins round because he's really excited. So and now he's an adult dog. He's over 3 years old. Just to the end of my street, he does this spinning thing. So I record it sometimes because it is funny. I try to stop him, but he knows he's making me laugh because he's looking at me and I'm smiling. So it's just something that he does. But that's the start of a 5 to 10 kilometer walk, okay? And I've had people comment, believe it or not, oh, your dog, have you ever considered renting a field for your dog? Your dog's clearly frustrated because he's got so much energy. You shouldn't let him get like, I'm like, what are you talking about? From a 30-second clip, people are taking that. That's not my whole walk. We don't walk for 30 seconds and we turn around and come back home. I film that and then we'll go for like an hour walk every day, do you know what I mean? But it is a little bit frustrating, but you just got to have, my attitude is just go with it. It's like, whatever. Either ignore it, you can delete the comment. It depends what mood I'm in. With that guy making fun of the way I look and all that, oh, you need to pursue a woman. But we had a bit of a back and forth, like, and he said he was I could set up my own YouTube channel in a second. So that's when I subscribed to him. And spoiler, he hasn't set one up yet. So, yeah, so that's maybe going off on a tangent a bit. But yeah, I've been had a YouTube channel for just over 2 years. And thank you guys. Anyone that's, what are we on, like 1,400 subscribers. That's amazing, you know. Well, 400, nearly 500 of them came from that one YouTube short. Access Area 6. Hi, Tony. Love Rossi doing his 360 spins. Thank you. Yeah, it's not a negative thing, but like some people think it is funny. He's playing. He's a very, very playful dog. 9 times out of 10 when I'm live, he will come and say hello. Do you know what I mean? But that's, some people can see something, it's a nice, funny, silly dog, and I'm filming it. Oh, bad owner. They only see the negative. That's how some people's heads are. You can't, not everyone's the same as us. Do you know what I mean? The Angry Moose, I love Rossi spins. I think people need to keep their opinions to themselves. Yes, I learned this, not the hard way, but I finally learned it when the grand age of 40. What am I, 43 this year? If you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, right? I used to, on Facebook, because that's just people you know, when people are posting stuff, I'd be like, that didn't happen. No, I didn't. No, you were. I'd just be like, I couldn't help but point out, you're lying. Or like, say someone says something in work, or, my manager said this, and I say I was their manager. I'd call them out on it on Facebook. What are you talking about? That didn't happen. No, this. But then it's just creating drama. Do you know what I mean? So but just ignore it, and your life will be so much better. Everything in my life, right? And I mean this, is all about de-stressing. One sec. Max, stop it, please. Stop it. Sorry, he loves a good scratch. Good boy. Yeah, can't use the N-word. They're on my dog. Naughty. They don't like it. You're a good boy. I didn't say it. You're good. Gets upset if you use the N-word. What was I talking about? David Hodges, you could video a door, and some people would have a go at you saying it isn't made out of the right word. Bollocks to them. Exactly, isn't it? Exactly. Everything in my life, that's what I was going to say. Everything in my life is just about de-stressing. From the jobs I've had, I used to have, it's bonkers to think, when I was a regional manager, UK South regional manager, working for a fashion brand, when I lived in London, oh my God, it was non-stop stress. And it had to be that guy. I had like the director telling me not to pay someone on their final pay slip, and I'm like, that's illegal. Dan, you can't do that. I'm telling you to do it. And so I paid them, and then I'd have a fight almost with the director of the company because I'm doing the right thing, kind of thing. So now since maybe my breakdown, I've got to I've got a low job, very low responsibility, which equals low stress. Do you know what I mean? My motorbike causes me stress. I work about 3 miles away from where I live. It's all geared about lowering the stress level. But I'm also looking for another job that I can walk to, so I get rid of the motorbikes. It's even less stress. I'm all about de-escalating everything. I'm quite strict with certain family members, I suppose. Right, you're nothing anymore because you're negative and you're messing with my head. You've got to go, kind of thing. My whole life is around de-stressing, you know. So that's with YouTube. You will at some point encounter the arseholes, but 99.9% of them haven't got a channel themselves. They'll say this shit and you go, who the fuck are you? And you click on it and 0 subscribers, 0 videos. Do you know what I mean? It's like, right, okay. And then of course it doesn't stop. When you get to a big YouTuber then, like million subscriber plus, there's going to be hundreds of people that don't like you, and but they'll be other YouTubers and they'll make videos about you. Then they'll make a video about this person, and it's all about drama. And do you know what I mean? I'm staying away from all that. But my advice is, it's not all great YouTube, but there's much more positives than negatives. Do you know what I mean? It is easier said than done, though. Ignore the haters, as they say. But the haters, because they're jealous, because they haven't got what it takes to talk in front of a camera. Do you know what I mean? To think as well, 2 years ago, I wasn't confident enough to have my face on camera. It used to be, if anyone's been with me for the long haul, or go. Sorry, my mum's trying to call me. I don't even know what country she's in. I'll phone her back later. Sorry, guys. What was I going to say? Oh, she put me off track now. Should I answer the phone on live? No, I better not. Let me just check the volumes, okay? She put me off track now. Yeah, what was I saying? Mother, putting me off. Oh, it's like I've lost my train of thought now. I can't remember. Oh, yes, so back in the day, I used to just have... I can't remember my actual first video. It might have been a pickups video. I know I was between jobs. I'd left one job. I was waiting for a start date on my other job. So it wasn't like, oh my God, I'm unemployed. I had like a week and a half. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to set up a YouTube channel. But because of boredom, I bought a couple of really cool collector's editions like Dead or Alive and some maybe Tekken collector's editions and stuff like that. So I wanted to show them off, so I did my post on Instagram, but it wasn't enough. I wanted to talk about it. So it was just me with the camera, facing down, if I remember right, on my desk. And you'd see my hands, but then you'd see, just the games or whatever I'd picked up, And then I can't remember, I think it was 100 subscribers. If I got to 100 subscribers by my birthday, which was that July, I do a face reveal. I think so. It took me that many months till I was confident, and then straight away I didn't care. It was like from day one, this is what I look like. I know I look funny, whatever. And then only videos I think my face isn't on is if it's one of my Let's Read, we're doing a retro gaming magazine, or if I'm streaming, so the camera's pointing at the TV, or I'm just streaming straight through my PlayStation 5. But again, it's done my confidence the world of good. Do you know what I mean? I'm so much more confident now than I ever have been. Or maybe some of the jobs I've had to be, but I've never really had a big issue since mid-20s, I suppose. Speaking in front of a group of people, that doesn't bother me. It used to, but it doesn't bother me anymore, Okay, so that's my small recap, I suppose, of having a YouTube channel. And if anyone hasn't got one and thinking about doing it, what is the worst that could happen? You might not like it, and you just go, okay, I can leave my videos up. Some of my favorite YouTube channels, the last time they posted a video was 7 years ago. And they're ones where you never see the guy's face. It's you see his reflection in the TV a little bit. So that channel, it was Neo Geo SNK Man, and he's got a proper Neo Geo and stuff like that. So, and he'd have some absolute great items, and he'd just do he'd have his bed and he'd be dropping the games on the bed and showing you what he'd picked up, kind of thing. I like the style of video, so I was kind of inspired by that. But my advice is, if you haven't got a channel, try it. Do you know what I mean? Hum along if you can't sing along. Hey man, happy Easter. Happy Easter to you too. Hope you're having a nice chocolate egg day. I've eaten all my chocolate. Oh, I ate it. When did my mum go? They went Tuesday. All my family are abroad, see. But I'm home looking after the dog and working overtime. So, yeah, she got me loads of chocolate, but it's all gone. I didn't save any for today, unfortunately. But my advice, guys, is just try it. Do you know what I mean? It don't have to be gaming. It doesn't have to be just something that you're passionate about. Do you know what I mean? Mine is mainly gaming. I was going to do books because I obviously passionate. I'm always reading a good book. We'll get to my book in a sec. Like, there's loads of like book channels, loads of this, there's loads of that. But I just, whatever I want, whatever I feel like talking about, I'll do a YouTube video. My dog vlogs, for example. Do you know what I mean? I'm just as passionate, well, more passionate about my dog, and he's my priority. I'm a dog dad at the end of the day. So I do my dog vlogs and stuff like that, you know. But if people watch, they watch. So, like I said, one of my videos over 100,000. I know it's a short. Some of my videos 6,000, 7,000. Some of my videos 12, 13 views. It's not, do you know what I mean? It is what it is, you know. The game room looks dope, by the way. Oh, thank you. I haven't been over here for a while, have I? Got some Ghouls and Ghosts going on the Sega Master System. My favourite Sega Master System game. Access Area 6. My son's convinced me to start a channel because my games collection. And I'm glad I did. Yes, exactly. Showing on. You've got I've said it loads of times. You've got an amazing games room collection you have. And everything you're adding to it as well, you know. It's getting bigger and better all the time. A lot of your stuff is sealed as well, you know. Yeah, no regrets whatsoever. Where did you get that hoodie? Oh, yeah, I love this hoodie. I got two. It's a collab. It's on Amazon, believe it or not. They fit really well. I've got a t-shirt. I've got this one. Hoodie. It says like fight on the back. There's another one I got. It's black. I can't remember how much I paid for it. It's not a lot, but they really are good quality hoodies, you know. I don't tend to wear them out. The black one, it gets a bit more wear, you know. I tend to just wear this one. It's normally hanging on the back of my chair, you know. Yeah, really nice, really comfortable, good fitting hoodies these are. Sponsored by Tony Fighter 2 Turbo. Yeah, just put in Twitch cross or / Street Fighter. I bought them probably over a year ago now, but yeah, thank you. I'm a big fan too. Anyway, let's move on. So, what have I been watching? YouTube. Let's get on to Access Area 6 just subbed. Oh, cool. Yeah, good collection. Good channel, Access Area 6. What was I going to say? Yeah, so my channel of the week, okay? I've watched a lot. I say every week, don't I? I've watched a lot of YouTube this week. But I've watched a lot of really good videos. I watched one of a guy selling his collection, and he didn't sell all of his collection, but I'll talk a bit more about that next week. It's given me an idea of maybe where I want to go with my collection. Like, am I going to play? I got 1,000 games in my collection now, or just over. Am I going to play all these games? I don't know if I will. Will I play them again? But it's nice to have them on the shelf just in case you get the urge to play them again, you know. Anyway, moving on. So this week's channel of the week is friend of the channel. I have shouted him out before as well. Is Retro Ed UK. Retro Ed UK. Normally I'd put a thing up there, but because we are live, I'm unable to do that. Okay. Ed, he's fellow UK YouTuber. Okay, and a lot of, if you watch mine, the chances are you've probably seen his content as well. He's mainly gaming. Every time I watch his pickups videos, he's got a really good Game Boy and handhelds. He's got a very good collection, okay? And I always think I'm going to get back into the Game Boy. It's always his videos that make me want to get back into Game Boy collecting, okay? What I like about Ed's videos, every single video starts off with, he's like an advocate for mental health. It's either Samaritans or I can't remember the other one. Now, I've had issues with my mental health, which I openly talk about. And if I can help one person out there, my work on this planet Earth, is done, you know. But his latest video is a chit chat, channel update, and general wafflage 3. That's what the video is called. Chit chat, channel update, and general wafflage. Okay. So he's kind of like apologizing because he hasn't been as consistent with his channel, with his videos. Sometimes life gets too busy, doesn't it? Like me now. Normally I'll record a video, then upload it. But I haven't got time, so I just go live, you know, because I'm just too busy with work at the moment. But I love the fact that there's people out there he explains things better than I do, okay? He's a more intelligent person than me. He openly talks about his mental health struggles, okay? And the importance of seeking professional help, or even talking to someone. I used to bottle it all up. I went through some stuff with the family. There's normally something that happens, and at the time you don't realise, but you bottle it up, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse. And all of a sudden, so many years later, some cases like me, your head just goes, and you lose your memory and stuff like that, you know. He talks about as well as how times have changed. So people taking a mental health day, so I can't come in today because my mental health is bad, used to be frowned upon. And I'm very rarely sick. In this job I've got now, I've been there about a year. And I've had one sick. I've been sick once. It was for 2 days. It was my mental health. I've been sick loads of times. I've had flu. I struggled through some shifts, okay? Sometimes I could hardly talk because my throat is G-star raw, okay? Bunged up headaches. I can cope with all that, but when it comes to your mental health, I can't. And I remember, it wasn't actually that long ago, I was working, I'll shame the company, DPD in the UK. It's if outside of the UK, if you've never heard of them, they're a really shitty parcel service, okay, like parcel force kind of thing, you know. And he was like a trainee manager. I thought he was all right. He was full of shit, but if you looked past that, he genuinely was a funny person. And he was sick one day, and because of his mental health, and nearly everyone there was laughing at him. He's a fat bastard, lazy this, lazy. And I was thinking, you guys you belong in the 80s, do you know what I mean? This was 3 jobs ago. So 3 years ago. I changed jobs that often. It was about 3 years ago, do you know what I mean? Yeah, so we're getting there though, but I like to think it is, the more people talk about it, do you know what I mean? So I'm using my tiny platform to talk about it as well, but the best thing I ever did was seek professional help. I won't go into too much, but something happened where I went missing basically, and it's a blur to me. It was nothing to do with drugs or alcohol or anything like that. I remember 2 or 3 things. I left my phone behind, but I had my Apple Watch on, and I'd walked miles, something like 10 miles, and I was from where I should have been. I don't know what happened, but I ended up going to the hospital and stuff like that, and what came of that was I had to seek professional help. And the good thing for me was it was during COVID, so I couldn't go to the psychiatrist or whatever to have counselling because of COVID. Everyone was in lockdown. So I was on a Zoom call, and it was loads of us. There was about 10 people at the start. People started dropping out. But I'm still friends with 2 of the girls on Facebook that were on there as well. And at first, you're like, I don't know if I can do this, talk about my problems. But when you hear some of the stuff people have got going on in their heads, you think, all right, it's not just me then having these intrusive thoughts, but it's all about giving you the equipment or the tools, if you like, to deal with the intrusive thoughts. But Ed, I can relate to what Retro Ed UK, is saying in this video, where he's doesn't want to go into it too much like me. But he says he had counselling and it was one of the best things he ever did, and he's got the tools to deal with it, do you know what I mean? But if anyone it's not frowned upon anymore, do you know what I mean? Talk to your family, but then mind you, the second person I ever told said, you got nothing wrong with your life, you can be a millionaire and suffer with mental health, do you know what I mean? I've got a harder life than you, so I maybe choose wisely who you tell, okay? I'm very fortunate that my 2 best friends, when I give up alcohol, a lot of our friendship evolved around going to the local pub. I'm having Coke tonight, guys. Oh, are you sure? And that was it. They weren't, have one. They were great with it, do you know what I mean? And one of my other mates was having Coke as well, do you know what I mean? So I'm lucky I've got a good friends and small family group that helped me through it. But my advice is, guys, maybe I'm waffling, my advice is to seek professional help. one of the best things I ever did, okay? So if you're struggling, seek professional help, okay? Going back, sorry, a sidetrack then. Going back to Retro Ed UK, he also spoke about, he went to, I think it was in Spain, a film festival. So he thought it was going to be mainly like foreign films or Spanish films, but it was like, he was like mingling, sounds like, with like directors and all these almost indie films and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, do you know what? I've done Comic-Con. I think I'm done with Comic-Con now. I went to my first ever gaming market last year. They were great. I haven't finished with them. I've done Cardiff. Maybe I want to do some other ones, okay, around the UK. So let me know in the comments if yours is any good, your local one. And if it's close enough, I'll come up there. But yeah, I think, you know, I'm getting back into my movies. So maybe I want to do, not in Spain, but some kind of film festival, just to experience it, you know. He said he's going to do a video on it as well, so check that out. So it's Retro Ed UK, okay. Just going to catch up on the comments. Oh, Joshua Lowe. Hey, Joshua, how are we doing? I'm playing Capcom versus SNK 2 right now. Amazing game. It probably is my favourite game of all time. Good man. Good taste. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you too. Access Area 6. Hope everyone had a good Easter weekend. Like I said earlier on, it's the pity party. Pray for Tony. I'm working all weekend. It was absolutely bouncing in the gym as well. What the fuck? Like, how many people got families? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't, like, literally queuing to get in there. Every morning there's a queue to get in there. I thought on Easter Sunday there won't be a queue with people. One man gets changed in the queue. He's taking his shoes and socks off, right? 'Cause he's going in the pool. I think it's a bit of like pool rage. People they've got to be in a certain lane or something like that. There's a guy, I'm not lying, every day, and including today, he's taking his trainers off, takes his socks off, and puts his trainers back on like as if they're like sliders, like slippers. So he's like 12 seconds quicker when he gets to the changing rooms. One day he's going to turn up in a fucking wetsuit, I swear to God, and he's going to be, what are they called? Those dry robes. They won't fit in your wardrobe. One of those things, you know. That's what he needs. So you can just literally go in. He'd be naked underneath. His little fucking Speedos on. Just go straight in. But yeah, other than that, yeah, happy Easter, everyone. Like I say, hope you're having a good Easter weekend. Joshua Lowe, transgender day of visibility to be exacted. Okay, interesting. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, as well. But the thing with me, like I said earlier, my family are all, my brother and his family, my mum, they're all in, I don't know where they are. Lanzarote? Somewhere warm. Somewhere where it's warmer than it is here. And what have I been reading? This is the end of my part of my video. I'm really enjoying this book. Star Wars Death Star, okay? I'm just over the halfway mark, or give or take 250 pages in. Absolute amazing. I've read it before, about 15 years ago, and I thoroughly enjoyed it then. Thought that was fantastic. These two writers, Michael Reeves and Steve Perry, are brilliant. I think Steve Perry wrote the Darth Maul novel, which is another outstanding book, you know. But it's not going into too much. There's a smaller cast now. They were at the start. There was about 10 different characters they're introducing. But my favourite character is about 4 or 5 now, okay? Where there's this guy. He's a escaped prisoner off a prison planet, okay? And he's basically a stowaway on the Death Star. So it's huge, isn't it? It's 160 kilometers diameter. So it's a ginormous thing, right? But he's very clever. And he's managed to steal a uniform. So he looks like a normal worker or something. And he's doing deals now. He's getting credits. He's taking stuff. He's a bit of a wheeler dealer, let's say. So he's kind of earning a living. He can go to the cantina and eat and stuff like that. But in this like cantina bar, the owner of that bar, this Twi'lek female, and him are struck up almost like a bit of a relationship. And she likes him. obviously he likes her as well, and he's a funny race. He's like a cross between a human and a plant, believe it or not. He's like got plant DNA, and he's the owner of the bar's bouncer. He's done a bit of a background check on this guy, and he's told her everything. Oh, I'm a so what do you do then? She asks him when they first meet. Oh, I'm an escaped convict from the prison planet. She thought he was joking. He just came out. He didn't mean to tell the truth. He was going to come up with a cock and bull story kind of thing. And he's on his way then. This bouncer does a background check, and he doesn't exist. The name he's given and everything. And she's thinking, is he telling the truth? Is he actually an escaped convict? But then his, like, prison, the leader of the prison planet kind of thing, who he was friendly with, he had a good relationship with, he's been transferred to the Death Star as well. So imagine, like, the Death Star, the cherry picking all the best workers, like Wookiees, all the Wookiee convicts, prisoners and stuff like that. They're brilliant workers because they're really strong, got really good endurance, and they're really intelligent as well. So there's loads of Wookiees building the Death Star against their will, by the way. But like, if there's 5 humans being blown up, there's an accident happening, and one Wookiee, they'll always save the Wookiee. He'll have the priority because the race is so good, good a worker, if you know what I mean. But yeah, one day he's on his way to this cantina, and he sees his old prison guard commander guy, because he's on the. It's like, oh my god, what's the chances of that? So that's where we're at in it now. There's other stories going on as well. I probably butchered. I don't want. It's hard to talk about something without spoiling it too much, though. But well, if a spoiler, if you've seen the Star Wars movies, the Death Star blows up at the end. So that is a spoiler. That's the only spoiler you'll get from me. So that's what I've been reading, okay? That's actually what I've been playing, watching, and reading. And we've been going for, my God, 51 minutes. Jesus. So I'm probably going to play either some GTA. If I play GTA 5, I'll stream it. Or I might do a bit of Mass Effect. I don't know. Or I'll watch a movie. Who knows? There we are, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, my advice, if you're half interested in setting up a YouTube channel, just do it. Do you know what I mean? You haven't got to put your face out there straight away if that's what you're concerned about. I was even worried about my accent as well. I don't know why. Looking back, it's like, why was I worrying about stuff like that? If people like you, they like you. If they don't, they won't watch your videos, will they? Do you know what I mean? There we go. Enough wafflage. Thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.